Before you skip this video, let me warn you. You might be holding a gemstone worth millions of dollars and not even realize it. What I'm about to show you has turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires, without them even trying. Imagine holding a gemstone so rare that most jewelers have never seen it, museums barely whisper about it, and collectors call it the ghost of the mineral world. A stone so valuable that a single piece, no bigger than a thumbnail, can change your entire life. If you think this sounds like a myth, stay with me, because today, we're diving into the hidden world of Bixbyte, also known as Red Beryl, one of the rarest and most expensive gemstones ever discovered on Earth. Welcome to a story of scarcity, fortune, and the extraordinary. And yes, if you already have even a small piece, or think you might, you could easily be sitting on a treasure worth millions of dollars without even knowing it. This is not a fantasy. This is Red Beryl. Most people know emeralds. Many know rubies, but almost no one knows Bixbyte. And ironically, it is far rarer and far more valuable than both. Red Beryl occurs in only one place on Earth where gem-quality stones have ever been mined: the Wawa Mountains of Utah. Not Africa, not Asia, not South America. Just one tiny stretch of Earth's crust. And to make things even more dramatic, the mine that produced these stones has been shut down for years. Think about that for a moment. A gemstone already rarer than diamonds, and now the only source is gone. Every second that passes, the world's supply shrinks. Collectors panic quietly. Investors whisper about it. Prices climb. And you, yes, you, might be holding something the world is desperate to own. But let's pull back for a moment. Why is this stone so rare? In nature, Red Beryl requires an almost impossible combination of heat, pressure, and geologic chemistry to form. Less than one crystal is found for every 150,000 diamonds mined. For comparison, imagine filling a stadium with diamonds, and in the middle of that massive glittering sea sits one single red beryl. That's the level of rarity we're dealing with. If that doesn't send chills through your spine, check your pulse. What makes this stone so valuable isn't just rarity, it's demand. Over the last decade, high-end collectors, gemstone investors, and luxury brands have been hunting for Red Beryl like treasure seekers chasing the last map on Earth. People who own them rarely sell. People who want them pay enormous amounts. A high-quality Red Beryl can easily reach millions of dollars per carat, depending on clarity and size. Even the smallest pieces, just fragments, can sell for tens of thousands. But here's the real twist. Because so few people know about the stone, there are individuals around the world who inherited old jewelry, found rough red crystals in family collections, or picked up stones from old miners decades ago, having no idea they are sitting on a multi-million-dollar treasure. So let me ask you something. What if you already have one? What if that pretty red stone in a drawer, a safe, or a box your grandparents left you is the rarest gemstone on Earth? And if you don't, what if the opportunity to own even a tiny piece is closing forever? Before we go deeper, let's do a quick pattern interrupt so your brain stays sharp. On a scale of 1 to, I'm already rich, how excited are you right now? Exactly. Let's continue. Demand for Red Beryl is rising rapidly because the supply is locked down permanently. That kind of market condition creates something powerful: urgency. Gem investors know that once the world realizes what Red Beryl really is, its price could skyrocket again. We're not talking percentages. We're talking exponential leaps. Imagine being the person who sells this stone at the perfect moment. Imagine what that wealth could unlock. Financial freedom, stability for your family, travel, health, peace of mind, everything you've ever wanted. This isn't just about a stone. It's about your future. Now that we've unveiled the rarity and value, let's connect everything. Red Beryl is not merely a gemstone. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance. A symbol of perfection created by nature and protected by time. A treasure that can transform your life. But there's something important you need to understand. Opportunities like this disappear. Just like the mines that once gave the world Red Beryl. Just like the collectors who buy quietly and hold forever. The market is tightening, and demand is surging at a pace that surprises even experts. If you have the stone, you're holding a rare privilege, one that millions of people will never experience. If you choose to sell, You're stepping into a world where a single transaction can rewrite your financial destiny. If you choose to keep it, you're holding a piece of earth so rare that future generations may never see it again. Either way, you're part of a story that only a few people on this planet ever get to tell. And here's the final pattern interrupt before we close. If Red Beryl were a person, it would definitely walk into a room and say, "Please don't compare me to rubies. We're not the same salary bracket." A little humor, yes, but deeply true. So as we end this journey, remember this: scarcity creates value, but awareness creates opportunity. And now you have both. Whether you're planning to sell Red Beryl for millions, searching for one, or simply fascinated by its power, you are now among the few who know the truth about this extraordinary stone. The world is waking up to Red Beryl. And for those who act now, the rewards can be life-changing. Your story begins today. Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding out that the dusty little crystal you kept in a drawer is actually worth more than a luxury home. Sounds unbelievable, right? Yet that is exactly what's happening to people who discover they own one of the rarest mineral treasures on Earth, the mysterious, fiercely sought, and now multi-million-dollar gemstone known as Brookite. Before you scroll away, ask yourself this: if a hidden fortune was sitting right under your nose, would you even know how to recognize it? Brookite is not just another shiny stone. It is a geological miracle that nature produces only sparingly, in remote corners of the world, under extreme conditions that almost never occur. That rarity is why collectors, investors, and luxury markets are racing behind the scenes, paying eye-watering amounts to acquire even small, flawless specimens, some valued in the millions today. For years, Brookite stayed quietly in the shadows of the gem world, overshadowed by diamonds and emeralds. But now the veil has lifted. As advanced technology, energy research, and metaphysical communities have all discovered its unique properties, Brookite has exploded in demand. A stone once considered obscure is now one of the most aggressively hunted treasures on the planet. If you have Brookite, or think you might, you're not holding a trinket. You are holding a ticket that could change your entire lifestyle. And yes, you should feel a little rush of excitement right now. That's perfectly natural. A sudden spike in global demand can feel like a plot twist in a movie. But this one is real and happening right now. Brookite's crystal structure contains highly unusual titanium oxide formations, making it incredibly desirable for both scientific and high-end jewelry applications. Its metaphysical reputation only amplifies its fame, with many believing it carries powerful energetic frequencies that enhance clarity, intuition, and personal growth. Whether or not one believes in the spiritual side, one thing is undeniable: the world wants it. And here's where things get interesting. Unlike ruby or sapphire mines where thousands of stones are extracted, Brookite appears in tiny scattered deposits. It is unpredictable. It is limited, and the world has finally realized it. As availability shrinks, prices soar. Collectors know this. Auction houses know this. Investors definitely know this. They're not waiting, and neither should you. But let's pause for a second. Have you ever noticed how certain things become valuable only after the world wakes up to them? Like that moment you learn a rare coin you almost spent on candy is actually worth a fortune? Well, Brookite is that moment, but multiplied by 1,000. This brings us to the most urgent part. If you own Brookite, you may be holding a stone valued in the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions depending on clarity, size, formation, and provenance. The market has become so competitive that buyers are traveling internationally, scanning private collections and contacting old miners just to get a single piece. And yes, this is also the part of the story where you realize you might be sitting on an opportunity others would fight over. So if your heart is beating just a little faster right now, you're paying attention. Good. But here's the humorous part. Imagine having something this rare and priceless, and your biggest worry has been keeping it away from your cat who thinks it's a new toy. Life is funny like that. Massive value hiding in plain sight until the world decides it's time for you to know. This is the final act, the place where your story shifts. Because the question isn't whether Brookite is valuable, it is. The real question is what you're going to do about it. Every major discovery in life comes with a choice. Ignore it or act on it. Imagine selling a stone that collectors would line up to buy, freeing yourself from financial limitations, traveling where you want, taking care of your health, investing in things you believe in, and upgrading your life in ways that once felt distant. A healthy lifestyle isn't just about eating clean or meditating. It's also about removing financial stress and opening doors that let you breathe freely. Brookite can be that door. But this window of opportunity won't stay open forever. The gemstone world moves fast. Trends shift. Markets evolve. And those who move first are usually the ones who benefit most. If you own Brookite or think you might, now is the moment to get it evaluated, authenticated, and prepared for sale. Don't let hesitation cost you what could be a life-changing reward. Picture this: one decision, one stone, one moment of clarity, and your entire story changes course. That is the power of acting at the right time. And your right time might be right now. The world is searching for Brookite. Collectors are paying fortunes. And you could be holding something that transforms your financial future. Don't wait, don't second guess, and definitely don't underestimate the value of what you have. Your life may already contain the rare treasure others dream of finding. All you need to do is uncover it. Your next chapter begins the moment you choose it, and today might be the day everything changes. Have you ever held something in your hands without knowing it was worth more than the car you drive, or even the house you live in? Today, we're stepping into the world of one of Earth's rarest and most fiercely desired treasures, Axinite. A hidden gemstone that could be sitting quietly in someone's drawer this very moment, waiting to turn into millions of dollars. If that sentence made your heart beat a little faster, good, because what you're about to discover might just change your life. And if you think I'm exaggerating, keep watching. You'll see. This is not hype. This is not fantasy. This is the truth about a gem so scarce, so electrically beautiful, and so violently demanded by elite collectors that when it enters the market, it disappears in seconds. Welcome to the secret universe of Axinite. Imagine this. Somewhere in the mountains, a miner picks up a stone that glows with the colors of twilight, warm amber, deep violet, hints of gold. He thinks it's interesting, maybe even pretty. What he doesn't realize is that Axinite, in its pure and transparent form, is rarer than diamonds, rarer than emeralds, and rarer than almost every gemstone you can name. This isn't just a stone. It's a ticket, sometimes to financial freedom, sometimes to a whole new phase of life. And here's the twist most people never learn. Axinite isn't just rare, it's coveted. High-end collectors, luxury jewelers, and private buyers are actively hunting for it. And because so few stones ever reach the market, the value skyrockets. Yes, skyrockets. We're talking sales that quietly reach into the hundreds of thousands, even millions. While the world obsesses over rubies and sapphires, Axinite is quietly making its way into the hands of those smart enough to know its true worth. By the way, if you suddenly started thinking back to that old box of minerals someone gifted you when you were 7, yes, go check it after this video. Just don't blame me if your heart stops for a second. Now let's talk about why Axinite is exploding in value. First, its natural color range is unlike anything else. Warm honey bronze tones that shift into smoky purples or fiery pinks. Collectors call it the gemstone with a pulse, because the moment light hits it, the stone comes alive. That alone creates demand, but it's the scarcity that makes Axinite a financial powerhouse. Only a handful of regions in the world produce fine Axinite, and even then, clean cuttable material is nearly impossible to find. That's why prices have climbed into the millions in private markets. Not thousands, not tens of thousands, millions. You don't need me to tell you what that means. It means opportunity. It means that if you're holding Axinite, you're holding a treasure people will happily fight over. And here's where things get exciting and slightly frightening. The global gemstone market is heating up faster than ever. As more people search for alternative assets, rare gems are becoming the new gold. And Axinite, it's already being whispered about in high-end circles as the sleeper investment that could explode even further. Just think about that for a moment. A stone you might overlook on a hiking trail is now a luxury asset. So what does this mean for you? It means that if you own Axinite or even think you might, you're sitting on a potential fortune. A chance to transform your lifestyle, secure your financial future, and step into a healthier, more fulfilled chapter of life. This isn't just about selling a stone. It's about unlocking the value you already possess. Right now, demand is at an all-time high. Collectors are actively searching. Private buyers are offering outrageous figures. And the people who understand this market are already making moves. The question is, will you? Before you answer, let me interrupt with an important question. Don't worry, it's not a trick. Although if I had $1 for every person who said, I'll look into it later, and then missed out on a life-changing opportunity, I could probably buy an Axinite mine myself. The point is, timing matters. Demand is hot now. The market is surging now. And opportunities like this don't wait. Imagine selling your stone for a price that changes everything. Imagine the freedom, the wellness, the stability, the version of your life that suddenly becomes possible. That's what Axinite represents. A hidden gateway to abundance, waiting for those bold enough to claim it. So if you've ever wondered what it feels like to hold a millionaire's treasure, this is your moment. Don't let it slip away, because somewhere out there, someone holding a small piece of Axinite is about to make the biggest sale of their life. That someone could be you. Take the next step, unlock your fortune, and step boldly into the life you deserve.